The BBL is among the priority measures to be tackled by Congress. House plenary deliberations on the BBL have been delayed by the quorum problem. Here's Freddie Abando with the details.
It's back to work for members of the House, and for the next 6 weeks before Congress adjourns for the Christmas break, a number of measures must be given top priority for approval.
The priorities have not basically changed. The budget is of course number one, and a lot of bills have been approved by us on third reading already. I think about a dozen. Some of them are pretty important economic bills. So. We hope the Senate can tackle them, and matapos na merong mga pendings. The list which I distributed to everybody before we adjourned, I gave every one of you a list of all of the pending. Yun pa rin. Pero we're hoping to have a meeting with the Senate on this Thursday to review it and to see kung ano ba talaga yung achievable nun.
First on the list is the proposed 2016 national budget of 3.002 trillion pesos. The House version has been submitted to the Senate for review and approval. The House and Senate will resolve their versions of the budget in a bicameral by the first week of December. Hopefully, the President will sign the 2016 General Appropriations Act by December 19. One major feature of the budget is the possible implementation of the fourth salary standardization law to grant pay hikes for 1.4 government personnel. Budget Secretary Florencio Abad said the proposal may be submitted to the Senate to approve and for the House to agree in the bicameral conference committee. A little over 50 billion pesos has been allocated in the 2016 national budget.
We want to bring the salary rates as close to market rates as possible, because that's the only way you can attract and retain talented people in government. So the challenge is really with the higher pay scales, because for the lower salary grades, some are even 100% beyond. So it's the executives and the professionals, because on the average, weighted average, the salary grade in general is about 45% below market. So it's only about 55% of the market. So you want to bring it up to about 70%. So this will be a combination of basic pay increases and possibly bonuses,
The approval of the draft Bangsamoro Basic Law is a must for Congress before the break. Its passage has failed 2 times in the House. Why? The lack of a quorum. The debate on the proposed law has been stalled by the absence of several members listed to interpolate the authors of the draft. Speaker Feliciano Belmonte appealed again to House members to be present for the debates and the vote for or against the draft law. House Committee Chairman and Muslim Affairs Congressman Tupay Loong stressed it's a must for the House to be one in supporting the President's commitment to win the peace in Mindanao.
It's definitely there, no? Pero our number problem at the moment is not the BBL, but to have the dito kayo, quorum problem natin and so forth. But it's something that we have to tackle, and we will tackle.
This is now the concern of the House leadership to make sure that every members should really attend. And if you ask my opinion, we, the representative of the people, whether we are pro-BBL or we are against, we have to be present because that's our job. Now, that should not be the way how to express if you don't like the BBL. But they should be present, then voting will come, then they will just vote no if they are against it. But for them to continue always absent during the session day, I think that is a betrayal of public trust as representative of the people, because people believe that we represent them. So, in other words, things like this, these are major issues that concern national interest. The members of Congress should be always present.
Pending in the House is the approval of a measure to reform the current structure of income and corporate taxes. It has been opposed by the palace given the projected loss of revenues of 30 billion pesos. Hopefully, with the bipartisan support of Congress for the measure, Belmonte is hoping the impasse with Malacanang will be resolved.
We want to be sure now, at least magkaroon man lang ng some kind of a middle ground where whatever we pass here is with the will not eventually will actually be approved by the Senate as well as the Malacanang later on.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.